Now that you have a better understanding of how Gmail works, let's learn more about Google Drive. Let's begin by going over some Google Drive basics. Google Drive is where I'm going to store any of my files that I have created, and it's also where I can create files. To access Google Drive, go to the Google Apps option and choose Drive. Once you're in Google Drive, you'll see the different files and folders you have created. If you have not created anything yet, yours will be blank. In the center are my folders, and then all my files go below that. I can view my items in different ways. If I choose the option on the right for grid view, it will change the way that my icons look. So this is list view, and then this is grid. Grid gives a preview of your files, so if you need to see what they look like, you can do that. On the left-hand side, I have some options as well. I have priority, my drive, shared drives, shared with me, recent, starred, and trashed. I also have a new button. The new button is where I'm going to create new items. I'll show you that in a little while. My drive is anything that I have created. If I created a folder or a file, it's going to be found in my drive. Next are shared drives. Shared drives are specific for the user who is sharing a file with someone. So if you're working collaboratively with someone on a project, you might create a shared drive. Only you and that person can access. You can add as many people as you want, but they must have permissions to be able to access this folder. You cannot just share a link with them. If you just want to share a link with them so they do not have to log in or just so it's quick and easy, you want to do shared with me. Shared with me are any files that have been shared with you by somebody else. So on here, these people have shared files with me. I can only access them because they gave me permission. They also have the right to take that permission away. If you want to give someone permission to view your shared files, go to My Drive, select the file you want to share, and then in the top right corner, if you choose the little share icon, it's the little person, you can give you can type in a specific email address, add a message if you'd like, and then click send. When you click send, you are giving that person permission to view that file. You can also adjust how that person can view the files. If you click on the share icon and go to where you've shared with that person, you'll see that this person has editor rights. If you click on the drop down, you can make a change. You can make it a viewing, commenting, or editing. View means they can only look at it. They can make no changes. They can make their own copy if they want to. Commenter means that you can't make any changes, but you can highlight and leave comments for the person to review. And then editor means that they can make any changes that they want. You can change this at any time. So if you did like I did, forgot to change this and made them an editor, simply click on the icon, choose viewer, and save. And that will change it so that it is a view-only item. Any items that you have recently worked on are going to be found under recent. This is very helpful. In addition to this recent option, you also have the quick access option. The quick access option allows you to see the most recent activity. This is not your folders, this is just a preview. If you want to view the file, you'll want to scroll down to your folders or files to see the file in your drive. Star works exactly the same as star in Gmail. So if I click on a file and I want to make it a starred file, I can right click and choose add to starred. And when I do that, when I go to starred, that file will be there. The last option is trash, and that means that's anything that you have deleted. So if I want to delete a file, I'm not going to actually delete this, but I want to show you I right clicked and I can choose remove. That will put it in the trash folder. In addition, you can see you have some different choices here when you right click on your file. This gives you some more options. So those are the basics of how Google Drive functions. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to create a file and how to create folders as well. Now that you have a better understanding of how Google Drive works, let's take some time to learn more about how to create folders and files in Google Drive. Both are done under the new icon. So when you click on new, you get lots of choices. The first one says folder, file upload, folder upload, and then you go into your creation mode. So the first one means I want to create a folder. So if I want to create a folder in Google Drive, I click on that icon, I give the folder a name, and I click Create. This will create a folder inside of my Google Drive. I can then right-click on that Google folder, and I can make some changes, including if I want to change the color of that folder. If I want to organize my folders so that they're in a specific order, the easiest way to do that is to number them. So if I want meetings to be the very first folder, no matter how many folders I add, I want to choose Rename. I'm going to put zeros in the front of it. This automatically organizes it in numerical order. So then if I want Cami Uploads to be the next one, I would simply make this one 02. Make sure that you put a space between your number and the name of the folder. So no matter how I look at my folders, if I change it back to list view, you'll see these folders are now priority. You can always make changes to reorganize your folders as needed. Next, let's talk about file upload and folder upload. If you have files or folders on your computer and you want to put them in your Google Drive, this is how you add them. If you have a single file, such as a Microsoft Word document, you would choose File Upload. If you have an entire folder you want to upload, you would choose Folder Upload. They both function the same. So I'm going to do File Upload, and I'm just going to pick a file that I want to upload, and I click Open. This is going to upload it to my Google Drive. You see that it's uploading on the right-hand corner of my screen, and once it's uploaded, it will appear in my Google Drive. So now you can see that this file has uploaded for me. This functions the same way as a folder, only instead of choosing a file, you'll choose an entire folder. Now let's talk about how to create a new file, such as a Google Doc or a Google Slides. A great feature about Google Drive is everything that you do in one area pretty much functions the same in other areas. So I'm going to show you how to create a Google Doc, but keep in mind everything I show you is how it functions in other areas as well, as such as Google Slides, which is similar to PowerPoint, and Google Sheets, which is similar to Excel. So click on New, then go to whatever file you want to open. We're going to focus on Google Docs. It's going to create a new file for you. Once it opens, you'll want to rename it. To rename it, on the top left corner, click on Title Document. It will highlight all the words for you. Backspace over and give it a name. Once you've given it a name, go ahead and you can begin typing or working on your project just like you would normally in Microsoft Word. Once you have everything done, it saves automatically for you as you go. You will see that where you will see next to the help you will see that it saves constantly as you're typing. So no worries about losing anything because it's accessible at all times. If you're working collaboratively with somebody, you can share this file with them. Top right corner, click Share, and then type in the person's email. You can add in multiple people if you'd like. If you need a message, you can type a message. If not, just click Send. This will send an email to that person, and they will be able to collaborate with you on this project. A couple of features I really like about Google is the ability to comment. So if I highlight these words on the right-hand side, you'll see a little plus button. Click the plus button, and you can type in a note. If you want to assign this activity to someone, all you have to do is do the @ sign and then type in their name. This will direct an email to them with the meeting notes that you wrote in here. When I click comment, it sends that email to them and it assigns it to that person. You can also choose assign to that person if you want as well. So when I click comment, that comment appears on the right-hand side. It sends an email to that person, and then they're aware that they need to make those changes. As you go through, you'll have more comments, and so they will all appear on the right-hand side. If you're not sure what comment belongs to what highlighted area, simply click on the highlighted area, and it will bring that comment to the forefront. Another great feature is under File, and then go down to Version History. This is going to give you the history of any changes that have been made to this file. So if I choose See Version History, it's going to show me all the changes. It also, if you have a lot of changes, this particular choice for June 17th might have a little arrow. If you click the arrow, it's going to show all the little changes that have been made. So this is a great way to track progress and to identify who's made what changes. I also like this feature for the classroom because with students, if they're working collaboratively, I can see at a quick glance who is doing the work or who's working on what area and make sure that all students are working equally on the project. I click the arrow on the top left corner to go back, and it brings me back to my Google Docs. There's other features that you can use as well, but I don't want to go too deep into those today as this is just a computer basics class. And so I just want to give you a basic overview of how Google works when you're working with files online. These files are accessible on any device, and if you have a smartphone or a tablet, you can download the Google Doc, Sheets, or Slides app and make changes from there as well.